Hi everybody. We'll go ahead and get started. Sit up in a comfortable cross-legged or sit on a blanket if possible. Namaste everybody. You can move your head a bit around, get some kinks, some cracks out of the neck, shoulders. Maybe even roll your head around from right to left and left to right. You can do a little arch in your back, inhale to and exhale as you round the back. And then you just find that neutralized spine, sitting up tall. Just feel the strength of your spine as you're sitting up nice and tall without having to tense your muscles too much, but sense are also relaxing into the posture. As you breathe in through your nose and breathing out through your nose, and breathing down into the lower bottom of your lungs, and breathing in to the middle of the lungs, and breathing into the upper lungs, upper chest, and then exhale slowly from the chest, from the lungs, all the way back out. Like 1/3 all the way down into the bottom of the lungs, 2/3 into the middle of the lungs, 3/3 into the upper lungs and chest, and you're exhaling from the chest down the lungs all the way to from the bottom. Exhale everything out. Just continue breathing like that from the lower, the middle, and the upper, and then you're exhaling it back out again. Just like that. As you breathe in, and as you breathe out. Find a good rhythm that you can maintain, that's sustainable. And slowly starting to move the body, circling in the torso to the right and back, to the left and forward. Just gonna move around here. As you inhale and as you exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Side over to the right. Let that right hand come down, the left arm over the head. The left arm can circle a bit around too. Back and forth. You remove the blanket, you can scoot your arms forward and sitting bones backwardly. Find some length through your spine. Taking your hands behind you and lift your seat up, lift your pelvis up. Arch your back as your chest opens. Exhale, sit down, uncross, cross the other leg in front. Hands on the knees here as you circle the torso around. Maybe even opposite as before. As you breathe in, as you breathe out. One more round out. One more, yeah. You can take your left hand to the side as you sweep the right arm around. Breathing in, letting the legs heavy, the hips are heavy, the buttocks are heavy. You can take your arms out in front of you, in front of the shins. Tailbone, buttocks going back. And then place the hands behind you, lift your pelvis and hips up, push down through your shins and knees. From here on, let's come up onto hands and knees, and then sitting on your heels as you walk your hands right behind your body, lifting the hips up, the pelvis up, the buttocks raised. You can again inhale to lift the hips up, arching the back. Exhale to sit down. Pushing to lift up, push your shins, your ankles, and your feet and your toes up and down. Placing the right foot in front, again lifting the hips up and down. Lifting the hips up, inhaling, and down, exhaling. And switching side, scooting the right leg under. Place your left foot next to it and inhale. Lifting up and down. So the left foot is placed alongside the inner right knee or inner right shin area. You inhale to lift the hips and you exhale to drop it down. And now we'll open the knees out to the sides, so you can also come down on the elbows and the forearms and open knees and close them. Separate the knees, inhale, exhale, open and close. Noticing how keeping my heels lifted as I do this. This is another way just to open the hips up, and then here you can either have the knee bent as you circle the leg around, or you can keep it straight. If it gets too much in your neck, you're welcome to let your head just roll backwards too, because there's a little bit of strength happening, definitely, to hold your head up like that. And you can move your leg to right and left across the body too, and you can reverse the circle. It's a nice way to awaken the hips. We don't do this so often, but it's fun to do. And then you can switch direction too. Around. Yeah, just like that. Give you some abdominal strength too, really. Strengthen your body in a different way. It's good to do a couple rounds, many rounds, as much as you can. Now as you lie down your back, just huck your knees in and circle the knees around the hips and the legs. Switch direction as well. I like to do individually around. Arching the back with the inhale and exhale as you're pressing the spine and lifting the hips a bit. Inhale to arch the back. Exhale to lift the hips and press into the upper back. Inhale to arch. Exhale to slightly round and lifting the hips a little higher. Inhale to arch, maybe even come on top of the head, and exhale as you lift your hips up. Inhale to arch. Exhale to push up. Maybe slide your hands underneath the lower back and the sacrum, finding a bridge pose. So you inhale to lift, and you can circle here a bit around the spine, make some movements in your spine, like waves in your spine, arching and rounding. It's another way to also teach your hamstrings and your glutes to activate. And you want the hamstring to be strong, and as well as the glutes be strong. It helps our back bends, helps in standing postures. And overall, just like having strength in our body, the back body is just as important to have strength in our front body. Also prevents back pain and injuries. And then we'll roll it back down, hugging the knees in. Grab a hold of the feet or the ankles or anywhere you can. As you're rocking forward and back. And coming up, maybe you even be able to, crisscross the legs underneath you, coming into your plank pose. Stack your shoulders right above your wrist. You can always rock a little forward and rock a little back. On the tippy toes and the balls of the feet and the tippy toes. Lower all the way down onto your stomach. Exhale. And then I'm going to go ahead and, as you find the Sphinx pose, you're going to bend the right knee and top of the right foot with your right hand. Gently press it down towards the mat, outside the right hip. We also call this Bikasana. But we're just doing one leg at here at a time to isolate just one leg, isolate that muscle group. Keep breathing there. And letting go. Coming up, it could be like a mini cobra or an upward dog position. I just keep my thighs down for this first one as I'm opening up the chest area. Even nice to have the toes tucked and feel that openness through the legs and the hips, belly and the chest. And then exhale, hips up and back. Now inhale your right leg to the sky, bend and you open up the right leg. And stretching the left thigh back, the left hip back. And then exhale the right leg across to the left, falling star. Or if you like, you can have the option and grab a hold of the right foot with the left hand. Have it alongside the inner right leg. As you turn around with the hands underneath the shoulders, inhale to lengthen. And exhale, right-legged forward fold. And you're free to walk your hands in so that the hands are right below the elbows. You can always arch the back a bit on the inhale and round the back on the exhale. Now moving over towards the left leg and then back over to the right leg. It's Skandasana. Going to the left, inhaling, and to the right, exhaling. Just kind of moving. From here on, we'll spin over to the left leg, plant the right palm, inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Spin both of your feet towards the left side of the room, and then circle the left arm over the ear and exhaling down behind. And then so from there on, you will slowly come down onto your elbows and make sure your left arm is in front of the left shin. Almost like you're trying to reach down towards your right foot beneath you there. Driving the chest inside the inner left leg. From here on, come into your forearm side plank on that right forearm. As you breathe, you can step behind you with the left foot and open up through the left elbow as well. Separate those elbows nice and wide. You get that nice little back bend. Come around on both of your elbows. And that right leg come around to the upper right arm. And then you step, the left leg comes outside the left upper arm. And then you step back, inhaling. Outside, exhaling the right leg. And exhale outside the left. Outside the right. And the left. Then you'll walk it in till you find a dolphin position. Straight, nice knees, yeah. If you like, lift up the right leg. Some of us might even go all the way upside down. Of course, you can go to a wall and practice with the wall too. From now, just coming down, bending knees, roll through into your upward dog. And exhaling to down dog. From down dog, lift up the left leg. Please open it up, bending at the knee. Stretch it down. Now square off the pelvis and the shoulders. And lengthen left leg back and up. Exhale, take it across the outer right arm and circle that upper right arm around. Or you may even hold on to the leg alongside the inner left arm. And breathing down. Now we're going to spin over again to a wide-legged forward fold as you walk yourself in. You're getting again arching and exhale as you draw yourself under. Once again, you're inner to arch the back. Exhale and go a little more under and in. Then coming to the right leg first for your Skandasana. You might be able to open up the arms as you're moving right and left and right. Spinning to face the front of the mat with the left hand a little bit in front of you there. Maybe even on the wood floor would be ideal. Both feet are turning to the right. And you sweep the right arm up and over and back and down. Sweeping the right arm up and over, inhale and down. So you come back down on your forearms alongside the inner right leg and take that right arm in front of the right shin towards the left leg somewhere there. Then come into your side form plank. Placing your right foot behind you, bending into the right elbow and lifting up the hips and chest. Arc the back, arc chest up and over. Roll around so that you come onto your forearms and walk in the feet like you do in your dolphin pose. Lifting up one leg, or maybe even both. Again, you can always go to the wall. And you can draw the knees in, almost like you're trying to come into a little mini crow here, we call a duck pose. Go. We'll find our way into a crow bakasana. With the knees above the arms there, jumping back or walk it back. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. You might even jump up a few times and try to stick the handstand from the down dog into a handstand. Sometimes it takes a few tries, you know. Or you could go to the wall too and work with the wall. Just trying to get your hips up above the shoulders. And see if you can activate your fingers, ground down into the fingers to the fingertips. Some days are just easier than others too. But it's never boring to do a little handstand. It's always kind of fun, right? To go upside down. Again, you can modify. You can do your form stand instead. You can just skip it all together. Or do something else. Inhale up to that chair pose. Exhale, stand up. Tadasana mount pose. Adjusting everything you need to adjust. Inhale, chair, lifting the hands. Exhale, fold down and in. Inhale, lift up and lengthen halfway. Again, you can even come up to a handstand from here. You could also just jump back or walk it back or take a crow pose instead. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up and back, bending the knee, and might even flip it over wild thing. Ground through the feet. Open through your chest, open through your chest. Work the upper shoulder blades into the back. Come around, three-legged down dog. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, place the right foot in between your hands. Coming up for a high crescent, high lunge. So you might go a little up and then slide a little more down into it. Adjusting your stand if needed. And take that right hand back and the left arm forward. And then with that right hand down, alongside the left leg and the left arm up. Take it as far as you want to go with that. As you breathe. As you stretch the body. Good. Release your left knee down. Inhale, both hands up and overhead. Exhale, you can come into your half split. Once again, you inhale into your low lunge. And as you exhale, you come into your half split, hinging down as far as you want to go. Inhale to find your low lunge. Exhale into a half split. You can put your hands down alongside the right leg. You find a little bit arch on the inhale. You find a little roundingness on the exhale. Now you might even bring that left elbow towards the right toes. You know, you bend the left elbow with the hand behind your back and the elbow closer to the toes. That's a nice way to stretch your leg too. And then we'll roll into your left side on your side plank. Any version side plank. Here I'm grabbing the big toe as I roll over to a side plank position. Ooh, and coming around. As you take the right leg on top of the right arm, maybe into Kunyasana. Kapara Kunyasana 2 it's called actually. Inhale to lengthen the heart forward, to up dog, and exhale into down dog. Taking the left leg up and back, bending the knee, rotate the left side open. Breathing here. You might be able to flip it backwards, wild thing. And stretch, lifting the inner back shoulders up into the body. And try to lengthen the elbows into the shoulders. Pushing through both of your legs. Coming around. Straighten out through your left leg, square the pelvis and the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, draw the left leg over to the upper left side there. Coming up to high crescent, high lunge. Stretching your torso up and away, lifting the pelvis, the stomach in and up. And then that left arm behind with the right arm in front of you. Perhaps the left hand come down onto the right leg and the right arm up. And breathing. And sitting down the right knee, inhale here. And again, half split as you're exhaling. Inhaling, lifting heart, belly, exhaling, going down towards your leg. Inhale, lifting up and over. Exhaling. Hands will come down. See again, that right elbow can bend. Try to get your right elbow towards your left toes. Stretch it there, breathe into it. Getting the elbow there close to the left toes. And then roll yourself into your side plank on the right hand. Lifting up the hips. Strong glutes, strong hamstring muscles. Thigh, and especially that right arm that's below you has to be very stable too. If you come around, maybe you're able to come into Kunyasana again, shifting a little more forward. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, and lifting up to the back leg. Use your glutes and hamstring that back leg as well. From Kunyasana, coming into your back bend, could be up dog or cobra, and then into your down dog. Catching your breath in your down dog. And so I step my feet a little more in, and again kicking up with the right leg first into a little handstand. You might come out of it somehow. I've rolled over to the side like a little cartwheel. Just length. Oops, again, came out like a little cartwheel. Sometimes just fun to see what you are capable of doing. Some days, again, it's a little easier, and some days it's a little harder. But again, yoga is not by, I don't do it to be serious. I do it to have fun and just to have a good time, really. Inhaling, finding your way into a little camel pose with the hands behind the feet, really. And you could also bring your hands onto the ankles of the feet and lift the chest up and back. As you find your camel pose there. Can I inhale to arch and exhale as you round. Inhale to arch. When you're ready, exhale to round. Just sitting down, Circle the chest around. Now, coming up to dolphin again. And this time around, you might find that you're a little more open to the shoulders, a little more open to the upper back and the chest area. And you might find it a little easier to go upside down. In this position, I try to drop my head and look towards the back of the mat at the back of the room versus forward, and sometimes bending the knees and trying to tilt my pelvis back, my booty backwards, my hips back, while I draw my chest towards the back of the room and my hips towards the front of the room, really. That's what I'm trying to balance here. Again, you can use a wall. Coming down anytime. Inhale, arch, exhale, rounding. Inhale to arch. Exhale as you round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round, and turn the hands around so that the fingers pointing towards the knees. Get a little stretch around your wrist and your hands and your palms and your fingers, and you can lift the palms up. Get your fingers a good little stretch. Or be on the top of the hands. And rock a little side to side. Good. Shake it out. Come on up into down dog. Lift and lengthen the right leg up and back. Stretch it nice and long. Exhale, draw the knee and stepping the right foot in between your hands. Again, coming up to high crescent. This time with the left arm across your right leg. Left palm is down and the right arm can sweep up and over the ear or just reach the right arm up. By the way, you can modify and bring the palms together in Namaste with the left elbow on your right thigh too. If you're gonna, either way, you're gonna step forward with the left foot. You find your twisted chair position. Ground down through your left foot and see if you can slowly pick up the right leg. As close to you can, like holding it up. And eventually you might grab the foot or the knee with the left hand while extending the right arm back. smoothing down the left thigh, down into your left heel, into the mat, while you're twisting your upper back and chest. The left arm can also be upright. Holding on to the right leg, coming down into a little pistol squat. If you need some help, you could always take a block and sit on a block or a pillow. Noticing I find Navasana there, just kind of lengthen the arms out, lifting up the right leg, rocking back and forth a couple times. You might be able to just switch your legs every time, alternating one foot down and then switching the other foot down. Back and forth. Once you come up to seated, we'll take the right leg alongside the inner left leg, right foot alongside the inner left leg for a nice twist. Twisting yourself to the right side. If you like, you can take a bind around the right leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming out of this position, you might be able to take the right arm alongside the inner right leg and the left arm behind you. Fold towards the left leg. Good. A little Navasana, and then jumping back into your upward dog and to down dog. Lifting the left leg back and up, nice and long. Stretching it out. Pull the left leg in. Step it in between your hands. Again, take a nice twist here. Right hand can come down, left arm over ear. As you breathe. We can even step forward the right foot into a twisted chair. Again, you can always keep your hands in Namaste with the elbow on your thigh, which I'm going to do right now, so the elbow stays on the thigh while I'm transferring up into the standing position. Left leg pressing against the right elbow, elbow pressing against the left leg. Or you switch and grab a hold of the foot or the knee with the right hand. Again, letting the lower leg become a little straighter and longer. As you raise your face in the front of the room, holding on to the left foot with the left hand. As you're breathing. Eventually you're bending into the right knee, coming down to a little pistol squat. Rocking back and forth and coming into your little seated twist here with the left leg planted. I might even go for the bind. So remember, you're not just turning your head and neck, you're really turning your organs and your ribs and your lungs. Looking forward over the right shoulder. You can take that bind around the inner left leg. Inner lengthen, exhale, folding. And then coming up into a little bridge pose. Hands beside your ears. Coming up maybe into forward Dhanurasana. Lengthen through the elbows. Come down, take a little rest. And you're welcome to do it again, right? You can always do it as many times you want. You can modify the bridge pose. Going against the wall helps too, to have your hands against the wall. Put the legs up. Coming up to bridge, or again coming up to full Urdhva either way. Mindfully breathe. Breathe into the tightness, breathe into where you feel a little blockage. Coming down to rest. As you're resting, you can bring the feet together, knees wide. Coming into a little twist on your left side with the knees on your left. Open up the right arm to the right. You know, you could also do happy baby. You're free to do a plow pose. Anything else that helps your back in any way. If you're doing one side, and also make sure you do the other side as well. Breathe fully inside your lungs. Once you're done with both sides, and you hug your legs a bit in, you can come down for the final pose. Shavasana. Again, I like to bring maybe the feet together and kind of hold around the outer feet and let the knees kind of widen. Bring my head between the legs a bit, and then coming down into your final pose, Shavasana. You can use any sort of props for that too. Palms face up and shoulder blades slide under. And the feet rolls out to the side. And there you are. Relax the front body into the back body. The floating ribs and so forth, relax them. start to move the body. Of course, you can also stay longer. Into a little, coming up and sit when you're ready into a little namaste. Lots and lots of love. Thanks for practicing with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.